talking about restaurants before. I waited tables for 8 years. 8 years, waited tables and bartended. I think, and I believe this, that just like in Israel, you have to serve in the army for a year. In America, you should have to wait tables for 2 weeks. Everybody should have to wait tables for 2 weeks just to get how it is. You know, just so you're not that person that's just like, the bread was a little stale, 1 star on Yelp. Like, you're the worst. They didn't smile enough, 1 star, you know? Like those jerks. But I started out as a food runner, which is the best job in the world. Because I'm a big dumb animal. I can lift things over my head and carry them around. You know, I'm a pack mule. My wife and I did a bunch of renovations to the house, and I mostly tore stuff out of the walls and put it in wheelbarrows and threw it in a dumpster outside. You know, when people are like, you've done such amazing things with the house, I'm like, it's all her. All her. She's Han Solo. I'm Chewbacca, okay? Like, and no one ever says, Chewbacca, what's the plan? Ever. Great. Hit him over the head, that's your plan again, Chewbacca? No. You know? And I love being a food runner because you take the food, set it down, and no matter what they say, you leave. Every time. Here's your cheeseburgers, get some ketchup. Sir, like just walk away, you know? Not always, but if they seemed like jerks, I would definitely do that. But the guy who was the head food runner, though, was a little stocky man and had a huge Napoleonic complex. And everyone else who ran food were my size. And this guy was always like on our backs and was mean. And he was the kind of guy who would look out at people and be like, oh, look at that one, look how fat. Like say really mean stuff, you know? And one day, me and these guys, these other guys, we were in our 20s, so we could do stuff like this. We had an espresso shot off, okay? So I'm just vibrating, right? That thing where I'm just like, this must be what white drugs feel like, you know? And you won't even say what they're called. Won't even say what that's called. But we loaded up a tray with nachos and burgers like a pyramid, and we're all taking turns trying to lift it, and none of us can lift it, okay? And our boss, or the head food runner, comes around the corner, and he's like, who's that? Who's got that one? And we're like, what? No one. He's like, what do you mean no one, Braunger? Someone's running it. I'm like, that's not for one tape, that's a... He's like, shut up! Who's got it? I'm like, and we're looking at him like, are you crazy? No one can lift this. And he goes, nah, okay, screw it. It's mine. And we're like, no, like, don't. You're gonna kill yourself. You know, and you can't be like, no, you're little. Like, he'll stab you right in the leg. You can't do that. You can't say that to a small, we've all seen Goodfellas. You cannot say that to Joe Pesci, right? And so this guy's like, watch and learn. Like, he says that to us. And he gets underneath it and he puts his hat on backwards. Like it's over the top, like he's gonna arm wrestle somebody, like, here we go. You know? He's one of those guys that like probably has an affliction tattoo at this point. And he gets under it and he's like, huh! And you see the look in his eyes of, nope, I can't. There's no way I'm getting this up over my head. There's no way, you know? And he's like just hipping it, like trying to put his legs into it. And you know those stories where like a car like slipped an axle and pinned someone under it, and like the mom, even though she's small, with the strength of her motherly love, like, yeah, like got it up. He got this thing over his head with the strength of his wounded ego. Like it was him, he's like, yeah, just holding it one-handed. Like you can see his bones bending in his limbs, staring at each one of us. And he's like, you guys suck. And he goes around the corner and he gets a tray jack. And here's the thing, God will kick you in your butt, okay? Karma's real. The tray jack catches on a door handle and the whole tray just goes, into a crowded Saturday night dining room. I saw this on Espresso. I thought I was high. It was like dishes are flying, like a burger just hits a dude weird, like, like, ew, what was that? A dish flies like a frisbee, hits a dude right there, that divot, where it looks like a dish should fit, you know, right there. Just hits him while he wasn't looking. And he makes a horrible sound. You know when you hear a man make that, like a horrible, like, oh, that's an embarrassing noise for a man to yell. We've all done that. You know what I mean? Like when you slip on the ice in the air, you're like, and then you land. Kind of that feeling of terror and pain. Because no one's eating and there's like, is some stuff flying at my face? Is it? No? Okay, I should go back to eating. How about now? I'm ever vigilant. Like, no. Stuff just flying. Wings just go over a whole family. They're like, why? Like, you can't continue your night when you've been covered in hot wings. Can't go to the next bar, just an orange shirt. How are you? I was attacked at a BW3. Can I have a table for 4? Oh, it's my daughter's birthday. You know? And this guy's looking, and he just basically threw this tray onto everybody. And everyone's looking at him like, what the heck, man? And all he says is, ah! And goes back in the kitchen like that. Oh, thank you for your weird caveman noise, sir. You painted my daughter in buffalo wings. I appreciate you just screaming.